Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind. Well, I'm here to drop the news that, leftists can't seem to get a win anywhere. At least not these days. The Western leftist hegemony is in full-on gravitational force collapse. And oh baby, am I here for it. It's happening in Canada, it's happening across the United States, it's now happening in Argentina and across South America as a grassroots MAGA boom blows up in the region. Make America great again, make Argentina great again. It's the same damn thing, it's the same ideology. And of course, it's also happening in Europe, and arguably in one of the worst places you could imagine if you're a leftist. You know, all these leftoids keep pointing to the same countries, don't they? Here's a question for you, average leftoid. What countries would you like to model the United States after? Every single time, right? A Sweden and a Norway. Maybe the Netherlands. You know, all those Nordic countries. They're socialist utopias, right? Open borders, it's working great. Feminism. Well, not exactly. It seems as though Nordic Europe is shifting and shifting fast. You know, they bought into the whole globalist narrative, the whole globalist Marxist narrative, especially on the issues of opening borders. They opened their borders to refugees from various different North African nations, and boy, is the pendulum swinging. Is it all backfiring spectacularly as the Netherlands just elected the, quote, Dutch Donald Trump as their next prime minister. Folks, the lefty tears are coming in. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, friends, so here's the story. A, quote, Trump moment in the Netherlands shows that Europe still has a populist problem. You hear that? You populist people, you're a problem. You people who care about policies that help and benefit the people of your nation, you're a problem. Well, speaking of problems, this is a problem for lefties. Their favorite argument of let's model our nations after Nordic countries, well, those Nordic countries are now Donald Trump nations. Here is the next Prime Minister of the Netherlands.
Moroccans are overrepresented enormously in the Dutch crime statistics. More than 60% of the Moroccan youth under the age of 23 has been arrested by the Dutch police. They are in general, when it comes to violent street crimes, 20 times more often being arrested on many crimes.
But if a given society has a problem with members of one particular group, is it wise for a politician to ostracize the whole group?
Well, no, you know, it's wise to tell the truth. I did not invent that people from Morocco are overrepresented in the statistics.
Is that high rate of crime because these people are Moroccan, or is that also because they are unemployed?
I'm not a psychologist or sociologist. I don't care why people are criminals.
And you know what? That's probably not enough. Let's add some more.
If I would become the Prime Minister of the Netherlands next year, after I would win the elections, close the Dutch borders for immigrants from Islamic countries immediately.
You'd only be able to do that, of course, if you followed Britain out of the European Union.
Exactly. I mean, in order, we transferred our sovereign rights, not only when it comes to our monetary policy or our budgetary policy, but also our immigration policy. We transfer that to Brussels, so we have to regain our
So you would
sovereignty.
hold a referendum?
We would hold a referendum in the Netherlands for what we call a Nexit, the Dutch leaving, in order to be able to toughen up our immigration policies. It cannot be done, and it will not be done by Brussels and the European Union. You have to become a sovereign nation again in order to do that.
And so now we pair that on top of President Milei of Argentina's massive upset victory. Well, the leftist reaction is as expected. Leftoids are losing across the board, and they're losing for good reason. They're not losing because those right-wing propagandists are winning. Oh, they're lying to the people and spreading all this misinformation and people are buying it. No, what's happening is a natural reaction. It's like an antibody reaction in the body politic. People are sick. People are fed up with idiotic leftist rhetoric and nonsense. A great example is on the issue of crime, for instance, and on the issue of extremism. You know, the new Dutch Prime Minister points out a group of people from particular regions in the world, namely Moroccans, Algerians, and says it's unacceptable that we have people from particular national backgrounds who are committing crimes at such a heightened level compared to other groups. This is a problem. We have to address this problem. And maybe immigration plays a role here. Maybe we shouldn't just be opening our borders to the world's masses. oppresses because it's supposedly the right thing to do. It's like, I don't know, Western reparations or something. Maybe we should be vetting the migrants coming into our nation and assuring that immigrant groups entering our nation assimilate effectively. To which, of course, the leftist response is, and always has been, you're a racist bigot. But it seems as though the people disagree with that narrative these days, increasingly so, as individuals are getting elected on that exact platform. People are yearning for some basic common sense leadership. Not lack of leadership, but real, true, decisive, strong leadership. There's a yearning for doing the right thing. Not doing what seems to be the right thing in terms of a PR decision, but doing the right thing for the citizens of your nation. People are done. They're saying enough is enough with the nation sabotage. And I don't blame voters who think that way. I agree with them. It's time for some common sense policies on these issues. It's time to have an honest conversation about the realities of crime statistics and immigration/illegal immigration and migrant facts. It's time to have an honest conversation about what's really going on, and not simply playing into the Democrat games. And trust me, everything related to these topics, when it comes to Democrat rhetoric, it's all frickin' games. It's not about compassion, and they accidentally admit the truth pretty much all the time. Here's a great example.
They came here in search of work and a new future, and they can become part of our economy and part of our communities. So when you think about what we have open right now, I know upstate. I know exactly where it starts too. There are over 5,000 farm jobs. 5,000 farm jobs open as we speak. The cows don't wait to be milked. The plants need to be maintained and harvested in a few months. The crops.
You know, leftoids want to pretend as if they support migration and illegal migration, abusing the asylum-seeking process, because it's the right thing to do for the peoples. But all Governor Kathy Hochul said there was, we have hard labor jobs and we need low-skilled labor to do them for us. Which side is the ethical side? Is it the side that says, look, we can't be a halfway house for the world's poor. We cannot turn our nation into a refugee shelter. We must take care of our own people and ensure that we're not allowing people into our nation that are harming us. Supposedly, those are the bad guys. Those are the bigots. And the good guys are those manipulating the public using emotional nonsense, bogus refugee claims, because they want cheap labor. They want cheap labor to clean their toilets.
If you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Give me a frickin' break. Common sense is prevailing, common sense is winning. And the more that happens, the more the left loses. In a world where common sense is allowed to thrive, leftism will not be able to exist. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Of course, we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, friends, and I will see you on the next one.